Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Heat. What does her looks have to do with him harassing her?
Listen, y'all be getting booty ties. Y'all be like, ooh, booty, and you just harass. Like, y'all don't even think straight. You just think booty.
How do you differentiate those? All right, I love the dick, or I love the thing that's attached to it.
All vaginas are beautiful.
They are.
Hey, like back in the day, people like when you displayed like being a nerd or stuff, like why are you acting white? What?
And I always hated
Why
that.
is nerdiness associated with caucasity? I don't understand.
Me personally, I just keep my comments to myself, bro.
Girl, I seen you in all of them comments, man. I seen you sending memes and you going like this. I
Somebody was.
Childhood trauma, okay?
Somebody was tromboning a flute on the side. That's what they were doing.
Wow, they are really dogging me in these comments. They said I'm definitely more of a future than a Russell Wilson. Yo, y'all are foul as shit. They already talking about sensational. Look, I'm about to have my hoochie daddy shorts on all summer. Look, I'm ready.
Let me see
Oh
some
my
eyes.
god.
Real hot boy shit, okay? Real hot boy shit. Oh, boy.
I guess.
There you go. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Real Heat. Though we've been gone for a week, or we missed a week, but we're back with season 2, episode 7, Pillow Talk. So, if you're new or been living under a rock and you don't know what the Pillow Talk episode is, let me make it quite simple. We talking about sex and everything surrounding it. So, let's get right into it. Starting off with my lovely co-host, who I'm sure would love to introduce herself.
It's Cooley and the baby. Our
And of
guest is having
course,
some technical difficulties, Tommy.
who?
Danielle.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
It's not letting her in.
What? I gave it a. Yes. One second, guys. 1 second. Regardless, you all know who I am. I am the one and the only Tommy Bars. So, in case you weren't listening, tonight's show is all about sex. Sex, okay? Sex, and more sex. But we keep it grown, keep it sexy, keep it very classy. So,
You sure about that? It got a little wild last season.
we try and
The
keep it
class went out the
grown,
window.
sexy, and classy, okay? We try. No promises.
It went out the window.
Tell her try again, though.
It went out the whole window.
I'm here, but I'm stuck. Stuck where? Stuck where?
So while y'all is waiting, while we try to fix these technical difficulties, it's not too late to drop in the Anon box by going to ngl.link/thirsty thoughts.
That
Drop
is
anything and everything.
very true. It is definitely not too late to drop some questions in the Anon box. We always love to hear your thoughts. Speaking of, are we gonna do that as the icebreaker, or are we gonna just read them throughout the show in case more come in?
I figured we ended with it.
In with it. All right, bet.
Sir, it's on our spreadsheet. Why do we rehearse?
But do we though? Do we though? We don't always. We try though, but we don't always. What I was finding. Let's start off with this. I don't know if any of you guys saw on our story and our post. We asked that all of our hosts, us, our guest, who was on the way, and our viewers to take the BDSM test. Don't know if you guys took it recently or have ever taken it, but it pretty much how do I say this? It measures your answers into what kinks you may find interesting. But of course, this test isn't perfect, but it can be a good guide to what you may find interesting. So, what I wanted to do was take like the top 5 of each person's tests and maybe discuss them a little more. Kula, did you end up taking your test?
I'm looking up my results now. Remember, I took it a while ago.
Okay. Well, my results were pretty interesting. And I may have to go back and look up this one. But the first one I got was a I am a switch. Which means basically I can be the dominant one or the submissive one. Which is, that sounds about right. Sometimes you want to take the steering wheel, sometimes you want to just, sit in the back and let somebody else drive.
I'm 100% switch too.
Um
I
yeah,
believe it was that you. Yeah.
let me go to the Urban Dictionary because this definition of rigor is not the one I am looking for. Urban Dictionary.
According to my results, I am what you call an exhibitionist. I am so dead, you guys.
I'm guessing that's your sister.
I am so
I'm guessing
dead.
that's your sister.
So y'all, as you know, our Serene Chaos, I don't know if you ever seen her in the chat, and she's guest once before. She was having technical difficulties, and I don't know if y'all know, but we live 2 minutes away from each other.
What is it
So
with you two
instead
not able to
of
work Discord?
figuring out,
No, it was too long.
here, instead of figuring out the technical difficulty, she came to my house. I had no idea she was coming. I thought honestly the cats knocked something off the counter.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they can actually. I don't know if that's gonna. Okay,
you guys
I'm gonna have to
hear
unplug my
I feel like I
headphones.
was screaming a minute ago because I really just rushed over here.
Oh
Can you
my
hear?
God. Yes, yes. Y'all
For
two
real,
are.
it's working.
Sorry for screaming.
I
It's
guess so.
working.
Y'all are terrible with technology. I swear, you
I'm
two are.
so-
We are our mother's daughters.
yeah,
Ooh,
it's
love it,
sad.
love it.
So
Mishi
introduce
said,
yourself.
"Yes, yes, please do."
Hi guys, I'm Danny. You could just call me Danny. I'm Cooley's sister. Um, AKA boss bitch. AKA, no, I'm not gonna go into
AKA, I'm gonna hand my sister a beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do not drop it on my baby.
Jesus.
Yeah, no more AKAs, but hi, that's me. Hello.
Bitch.
Welcome, welcome. Better late than never.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
Mishi. Google the BDSM test. I promise you, it's the first thing that shows up. Jazzy, same. In fact,
No.
in fact, let's see.
More time. I forgot.
I wonder if this will get me banned from Twitch. We're gonna find out today. We're gonna learn today.
No, it's right there.
We're gonna learn today.
Put your baby down.
Today?
We're gonna learn today.
Right.
We're gonna learn today. Let's see.
He gonna wake up as soon as I put him down.
Oh, for real?
Probably.
No,
Boom! There it is. There it is. Easy, easy. So yes, those are the results of. I mean, that is a test where we got our results from. So yeah, my first one, like I said, was a Switch. That was like my main one. I think I was 100%. Yep, 100% a Switch. Um, I actually found out what a rigger is. Okay, so my top 5 were Switch 100%, Voyeur 96%, non-monogamous 95%, Primal Hunter 93%, and
Good
Rigger
goodness.
87%. So those are my top 5.
You want to know my top 5?
Yes, what are your top 5?
Switch, exhibitionist,
Mm-hmm.
brat, experimentalist, and submissive.
I like the brat one. I think that's funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm gonna fight people who call me that.
Call you what? Call you what?
Brat.
I'm not a brat. Not a brat. I am not a brat. Exhibitionist.
I can see that.
Danny,
Yeah, I can see that too.
did you take your test? I'm gonna take it as a no.
She
No.
sucks. In her defense, she has been at work all day.
I
Okay.
was at work all day, and then I had to make dinner, and then I had to
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well,
And I spend like an hour. I have a lot of responsibilities. Okay,
well,
so no, but I was gonna do it now.
since your lovely sister is beside you, the test results do show all of the possibilities. What do you think would be your top 5?
Let me see the list so I have a idea. So I can see myself being a switch. I can see myself being an exhibitionist. I'm not a brat. Um, I don't know if I'd call it experimentalist, but I am open-minded. Like I'm not into like foot play, but if you're like, baby, our love is so strong.
I had a dude that
Suck your
used to
foot,
pay me
like,
to suck my toes.
yeah, I wouldn't be like, ew, no, you fucking freak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, all right, I'll try it.
Right, because
And
we
try
don't kink
everything.
shame. We do not kink
Yeah,
shame.
no,
Not at all.
exactly. Like, you gotta try everything at least once. Um, Masochist, nah, I'm not really into pain. I mean, I like biting, but like, I'm not like I'm gonna leave marks.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was my number 6. Was masochist.
dominant,
Time out.
I
Masochists
can.
are the ones who inflict pain. Sadists are the ones who like pain, or is it the other way around?
Masochist and masochistic.
What? Masochist?
Isn't there a difference between the two? Like
No,
masochist and
I don't think
masochistic?
so.
It's the same.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's the
there a
same.
I thought
chat? Is it the
one
same?
I thought one was you like being like pain being inflicted on you, and the other means you like to
I
inflict
think there's
pain.
another word for that.
Sadist and masochist.
Sadist and
Yeah, one is
masochist.
the one who likes
Oh.
inflicting the pain. The other one's like who likes receiving the pain.
Receives the pain,
But I
and that's the
always forget
masochist.
which is
So
which.
masochist like feeling the pain.
Receiving,
Then.
yeah.
Yeah, because masochism is all about pain.
Sadists, they give pain. Because when you hear like that serial killer is a sadist. So when I hear the word, that's what I think of, guys. I'm dark. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if the shit that I would consider masochistic. I feel like it's like real vanilla. Like I feel like choking could technically be like pain, but like
It is. It is pain.
yeah, but I don't know. So dominant, like I said, I could be a switch, but I'm usually submissive. Rope bunny, not really. Not that I wouldn't be open to trying it though. What is
Well,
that? No. Rope bunny. I'm
Oh,
assuming that's how it
that's
used to
also
be.
on my list
yeah.
at the top.
So here's the funny thing about my results. My top 5, my number 5 was a rigger. And it's a person. Hold on, I'm gonna put the results back up because I'm a little off put by this, not gonna lie. Where'd the results go? Yo, did I close out of the tab with the results? Wow. Did I really?
Wow.
Wow.
Come on.
What? Fired.
Let me know.
But we're bad.
He's fired.
Okay.
Y'all ain't
A
getting the
person who applies functional or artistic rope bondage to another person's body for
Wow.
photographic performance, artistic, educational, spiritual, or sexual purposes.
So you Jeffrey Dahmer.
I have never done this before, so how the fuck am I a rigger?
You never tied anybody up.
I've never. No, this is making. I mean, who hasn't?
Answer the question.
Who hasn't done that? I'm saying in the
I've tied
aspect
anybody
of
up.
like.
Go ahead, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Have you seen? Don't do that. That's not funny. Have you seen other people who like do like the rope and it's pretty much like the shape of like a outfit and stuff? Like they make a whole outfit out of the rope. That's what I think of as a rigger.
A rope fit.
Oh my god! And
I don't know. I feel like it applies to anybody who just likes tying people up. They enjoy a good
Oh man.
struggle from the
Test.
ropes. Huh? What is it?
I said I feel like taking this test.
Yeah, this is a pretty long one. It took me forever.
yeah, it is. It is a pretty long one. The crazy thing is, it's a short version, which is still long, and there's a very detailed version, which I don't
Yeah,
even
I
want to
took the
know
short
how
one.
long the detailed one is.
I'll take it one day.
But yeah, if you have not taken the BDSM test, even if you don't get to take it by the time we finish this episode, I would still say take it. Especially if you are interested in finding out what may interest you or maybe experimenting a little bit. Not saying I do nothing crazy, but you never know. You may, like I said, I found out I'm a rigger.
Which would you rather? Like butt or lick toes? Pick
Huh?
one.
Would you rather to lick a butt or lick some toes?
Like go, you have to pick one.
That's her question. And y'all can drop your answers in the non-box. Do you
Well,
like eating that booty or do you want to suck some toes?
How do we even get to this question?
I was just curious.
It's a random thought. It's ADD at work.
Sorry.
Yeah, obviously. What? I don't
Wait,
know.
and then he's not going to answer.
I don't know
You have to
because
answer.
the funny thing is, girls definitely will wash their booty better than they wash their feet.
You really think dudes are out here washing their feet better than their
Ma'am,
booty or
I
their booty
said
better
women.
than their
I'm
feet?
not eating no man's butt or toes like that.
I know. I just feel like there's no point in bringing up gender, but the fact that you did, I'm like,
I'm
so
bringing
do
up
you
gender
think
because that's
that,
the only one I'm dealing with. But I know that women clean their ass better than they clean their feet.
have you
So
ever seen man feet?
look,
Nigga toes.
look, I know niggas' toes ain't where they supposed to be. But like I said, I know with
No.
women, they
Come
clean
see me,
their ass more than they clean their feet. So yes, I would
I
probably.
feel like I clean my feet as often
I
as
got
I
one
clean my
unpainted
ass.
toe right now.
No,
And then the rest is
because
just chipped.
there are women out here. Y'all remember like maybe like a year or two back, there was the whole thing about some people like don't wash their feet, let the water just run down their feet.
I thought that was they don't wash their bottom legs.
Yeah.
And that was always dealing with a certain kind of people. Dirty
Okay.
people.
I mean, regardless, I mean, it's not like I'm out here asking somebody before they have sex. Oh, do you wash the bottom of your legs?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting question too, because you know how some people, because we're not going to shame the kinks, no kink shaming. Some people literally have a kink of they like they'll tell their girl to come straight from the gym and get naked. Like they like
Yeah,
the
and
smell of
snip
the
their
musk
panties
and
and
their
shit.
pheromones. So I guess that's a question,
That's a thing.
like I don't know, like yeah, that is a
Preference.
thing. Like, is there a preference? Like, do you have she has to be straight out the shower or whatever, or could she have a little twang, a
I
little
feel like it's
season?
like more common for people to want clean,
I mean, yeah.
but it's not a thing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And just a hygiene reminder, ladies, we don't put soap in the vagina. That's a no-no.
absolutely.
Absolutely not. Let's not do that.
Don't do it.
No. Just water.
What? Get
Him.
it together.
I don't know though, but like that's a serious question. You're not answering my questions, Tommy.
What was the question?
I'm talking about the kink when people like the stinky people. Cause some girls like that too. They be like, let me suck your dick while still sweaty. Like, excuse me? But first of all, I feel like I'm gonna get high cholesterol from all that salt.
I mean,
That's a lot. That's nasty. I mean, some girls are into that. If you into it, let me know in the anon box.
I mean, I understand that not every time it's gonna be fresh out the shower. I mean, I'm not going. Obviously, I'm not going to just be if you just came from the gym, you ran 3 miles. I'm not gonna be putting my face down there. But I mean, not every time do we do something to be fresh out the shower. But if I'm gonna be, you know, putting my face in places, I would prefer, it be freshly clean. Oh, Nishi, as a nurse at a gynecologist's office, amen. No soap in the vag, just a self-cleaning oven.
Thank you.
Mm.
Oh,
Michi, this is what you know. What you know? Hey, Michi, are you free right now? Are you free?
come join.
Are you free?
Join us.
Are you free right now?
Join
Because
us.
Michi, if you are free, you are welcome to come on right now. If you
Once
are
in a
free,
lifetime opportunity.
let me know. Rook, stop. I got you locked in for next week. Don't do that. Don't do that. I
Look,
already
no,
told
no,
you.
so look,
I
look,
already messaged
I'm gonna stick
you.
up for
I
Rook this
already
week. No,
messaged you, Rook. I
shut
already
up,
messaged
Tommy.
you and told you you locked in for next week, bro.
'Cause let me tell you something, Rook. Let me tell you something. Because all week I've been like, hey, let Rook come in. Go ahead. Go ahead, let Rook come. And he's like, hell no.
No,
I'm like, well, let Rook come. He said, no, I want him
no,
next week. I'm like, all
because
right.
next week's episode is going to be one for the guys, but we're gonna talk about
That's
that
so
at the
long.
end of this episode. I cannot wait for next week's episode, yo. Next week's
I can.
episode is going to be crazy. It's gonna be an all guy episode, no girls allowed.
So I don't have to come next week.
So
Nope,
just
you don't.
you.
You don't.
That's fine. I will be asleep.
Good. Be asleep.
That's fine. You can have your all guy episode. Jamie and I will make our own channel
Oh my
and
god.
make and put on our own show.
Misha says she's
And we'll
eating
have our
dinner
own
right now.
shit.
So we're gonna let her rock. But anyway, back to what we were talking about.
No, but we were on kinks though, and I
Yes,
had
we
this
are
dude.
on
This
kinks.
short story. Short story. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Ma'am, you told this
Before
story
Levi,
last what's the name? About the
did
guy
I?
who paid to eat you suck your toes. Yes, we know.
But no, there's more to it. He preferred my feet dirty. Like after in my shoes all day, standing in them sweating. I'm talking about like socks wet from sweat. Y'all don't judge me. I'm a teacher. I be on my feet all day long.
That's
But
nasty.
and then there's one day like I have these platform yellow Crocs, and when I wear them, whatever, I can't really wear socks with them because they just don't look right. But they be making my feet kind of slippery. I'm not gonna lie. And like I had those on, and I was like, I kind of need to wash my feet because they a little slippery. I've been out and about, and he's like, no, I want to lick it off. He paid me $200 though.
That's pretty gross, huh?
That's very gross. I'm not even going front. That's extremely disgusting. Oh,
Paid me two
speaking.
hundred dollars though.
Well, actually, I'll say this for the end because we did say we were going to wait for the end to go into the A9 box. We got some questions from Instagram as well, but
Yeah.
we will get into that at the end of the episode. As far as your little toe sucker friend, he's nasty.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that was part of like a hoe phase too, or whatever.
Mm. Speaking
I guess
of hoe phases, speaking of hoe phases, so
I ain't do nothing else for him though.
this has been a discussion that I've seen on a couple different forums and stuff, and so I want to bring it to the show. And I'm pretty sure, like, people in here who are younger than 25 are probably going to strongly disagree to this. But anyone over 25, probably in their 30s, will understand this a little better. But do you believe it is necessary to have a whole phase before you can have a successful, long-standing relationship?
No.
I think it really depends on the person. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, because you can grow and mature without a necessary whole face.
Whole
Because you can
phase.
learn all you need to know through one partner.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I
And
mean, there's some people who do it like they learn different things from multiple people, and that's fine.
yeah,
Like,
whatever path you take, bro.
exactly. Because I mean, I've seen it happen both ways through people. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like
You don't have to.
some people be with one person for 10 plus years and they've tried everything, gone through
Under
every
the sun.
situation, whatever, the same
Invite people
experiences that
in.
someone might have gone through with 10 different people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, chat booming.
Okay.
No, not really. I disagree. Nope, it's an excuse. Okay. Well, apparently I'm on my own on this one, but I believe it is necessary to have a whole phase before you can have a successful relationship, and this is why I say that. So, let's say, you're in high school. You meet the
You'll
love of
live
your
in
life,
regret, you're saying.
your high school sweetheart. You decide, oh, I love this person. We've been together since 6th grade. It's now 12th grade. It's been 6 years. This is the love of my life. It's not going to get any better. You guys get married, like maybe a year or two after high school, and this is your life. And let's say you finally start to want more out of life. You may get a job. you may meet people and you realize like, dang, I love this person, but I miss out on a lot. Like, you know, I didn't really get to know myself because obviously everyone can honestly say the person you were in high school is not the person you are now. I
I'm gonna let
graduated.
you finish, but I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you. But go ahead.
Yes. Well, here. Mm. So like I just feel like until you've grown and experienced things, um, it's hard to settle down when you don't know if this was right for you because you don't know any better. But
Who
that's
says
my take.
who says you need someone else to learn yourself? You could do that with someone or without somebody. Being having a partner is just an add-on. Now, if you find out later down the long that that add-on is no longer an add-on, but a way or whatever, like you have like add-on like good extra, and then you have add-on like bad extra. So I guess I mean people do grow, whatever, but that doesn't mean like you don't need someone to grow. You could do that by yourself or with somebody, or to change or adapt or have a change of preference. Because people, just like your taste palette, your sex palette change too, baby. But that also comes with communication.
That's very
Mm-hmm.
true. But then okay, so even getting back to that. So let's say, you know, once again, your high school sweetheart and all you guys knew was missionary, right?
Okay, but why aren't so it's up to both of y'all to
And
explore
that's
a lot more.
communication.
And the only reason I'm so like opposed to your high school sweetheart theory is my best friend, who is one of the most kinkiest people I know on this planet, or not even kinky, just open-minded. She worked at a
She's with
sex
her high school
store.
sweetheart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
married
is.
her high school sweetheart. She's only been with one person,
And she's the freakiest
and
person
she
I
is.
know.
But
And she
see,
has so many experiences under the sun. And I asked her to actually guess, but you know, she's kind of low key famous. I'm not gonna give y'all her name because I don't want to expose her
but
like
that
that.
is
But
the
she low key
case
famous.
of it worked. That is a case of it working though. But what if you get with somebody and you realize, oh, there's
But no,
more to
no. But do you know why it works?
because you communicate and that person's
Because
Because of
willing.
they communicate and
communication,
grow together.
and it comes with a lot of give and take from both parties.
Yes,
It's
it does.
But once
communication
again,
and
what if you get with
understanding
somebody
and
who,
open-mindedness. I
what if they're
mean,
not
in that
open minded?
situation, yeah.
What if they're not open minded? What if missionary is all they've ever known? That's all they ever want to do.
Then it still comes with communication. Hey, I want to do this. This was what make me happy. If they're not with it, then y'all need to discuss either some type of middle ground or the fact that maybe y'all just aren't sexually compatible. And then you discuss from there. Because there's some people like, all right, you could swing or whatever. Because like on your list, there's voyeur. There's more than sections of voyeur. There are couples out here who they like to see their partner fuck other people.
Yeah,
I don't
there
know.
are there
Like
are
that's
different
like
levels
going
to
back to
voyeur.
kinks. Like that
That
is a
level is
whole
not mine
kink.
though.
And I've met people like that. Like, no, I like to watch my girl fuck niggas type shit or whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, if that's what you into, my dude, like my guy, like that's fine, but not me. What do they say I am? A brat. Mhm. I'm not a brat.
Why did your sister look at you every time you
Because she knows I'm not a brat. See?
mm, mm. Ah,
86% through this test.
She's 86% through this test.
and what you've been on it what now? Damn, what like 20 minutes?
Remember, it took
And
me like
that's
45
that's
to do
the
mine.
short version. That's what I'm saying. Like I can only imagine what the detailed version of the test is like. Damn.
See, and that's why ain't nobody take the test. They got in there like, yeah, I'll take this test for you, Tommy. The fuck? Ooh, excuse me. I've been on this shit forever. Like,
No,
the
I'm,
fuck is
I'm not
this
gonna
shit?
lie. I
Fuck
was
this
definitely
test.
taking the test while I was doing something. I kept coming back to it. Like so, like I think in total it took me like an hour and some change, but I was like multitasking. I think I was working or something. But
Actually,
it's definitely pretty lengthy test, but it's worth it. You find out about yourself a little bit more than you thought. Um,
mm,
yeah.
my results definitely were interesting. I don't know if I agree with them, but they're interesting.
Mm. Me, she said, I come from a culture that being with only one person for your whole life is normal. Half of my high school friends married their high school sweethearts. Yo,
That's
that's
beautiful.
that is very beautiful. Cause I don't know. Me and my
Okay,
sweetheart, my high school
I have my
sweetheart,
results.
broke up this summer. Oh, tell us.
Okay, so first I got experimentalist, and I got submissive, then I got switch, then I got voyeur, then I got non-monogamous,
Ooh,
then I got
that's
master
interesting.
mistress.
That's an interesting one.
Master
No,
mistresses.
non-monogamous.
Oh,
Master. I know that.
No,
that's
that
great.
one doesn't surprise me because we had a talk about how you were, trying to get the threesome, so that makes sense.
Hmm.
That one makes sense.
The unicorn
Actually,
conversation.
yeah. After listening to your, all those kind of fit you from conversations we've all had.
Mine doesn't though. This test is rigged.
Which one doesn't fit you?
All of them.
Take it again. Take the long one.
I don't want to
So
take the long one.
anyway,
Oh,
Mishi,
brats
that
after
really is
mystery.
beautiful because my high school sweetheart broke up with me the summer before we went to college. We were supposed to go to the same college too. Weird. We reconnected like back in 2016, 17. And it was, I don't know. It wasn't the same. I think we had grown and realized like what we meant to each other, but it was just like, yeah, this is the thing. It's not gonna work. But it is what it is. So this is what I want to bring up. So what are your expectations? When you are dealing with a person sexually, like what are your written, I mean, spoken or unspoken expectations of them?
Communication,
Who you talking to?
acceptance, open-mindedness.
Are you wondering like is it like a Megan lyric? Like if I don't come 3 times, you're failing or something? Like, I don't understand.
Like one, yeah. Elaborate on expectations.
Like, kind of like what you said, like when you're dealing with somebody sexually, you expect open mindedness. What was the other one you said? Open
Yeah, I'm
mindedness.
disappointed when someone's not
Acceptance,
open-minded.
Just yeah,
communication.
acceptance, communicate. Like yeah, like
Because
when
sex is a
you're
lot of communicating,
like even down to
verbally
like
and non-verbally.
hygiene things, physical things, mental things, like anything
And
that
there's
you hope your partner would
aren't
have.
there like 3 different type of sexual type people, like a sapiosexual? Like if you're more about if you're more about like the mind and what someone's thinking, like you really get off on someone being like just an intellectual. You're like a sapiosexual. I don't know any of the other ones.
I like strong arms. What is that called? Strong armosexual.
Attraction? I don't know. I really don't know. I
I
just
like
know that
strong arms.
sapiosexual is a thing.
I like beefy legs. Like just strangle me like a boa constrictor. Like just yourself around me and just
One of my friends told me that's how he wanted to die.
flex.
He wanted a thick woman to
A thick woman?
a thick
Hey, that's
woman
not
to
a bad
like
way to
put her
die.
vagina on his face and just
Like
like
if I
squeeze
die, I
his out.
die.
Yeah, that was he was
But
like,
it's
that's how I
interesting
wanted
you
to die.
brought up hygiene. So I saw a post the other day, and I was like, you guys are always talking about like females washing their hands and doing all this, protecting their yoni or whatever. But y'all, what is something that's not spoken of and needs to happen is a man needs to wash his hands before using the bathroom, especially if you're sexually active. Because you're going to the bathroom, touching your penis to pee pee with dirty hands.
Hmm.
So you're putting those bacteria that where you've been touching items and everything all day on your pee pee, and then you expect to stick that pee pee into a woman.
I feel that still also should go for women too.
I mean, it definitely goes
I
for
work in a
women.
warehouse. I wash my hands before I go to the bathroom and
Yeah,
after.
and I agree. Like I do the same thing at the school because them kids nasty.
Yep.
I don't want that in
Everything's
my
gross.
coach.
Exactly.
I do not want that up there.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. But no, but do you guys feel like the same? I feel like it makes sense. Like the same should go for men. Like why are you touching your little pecker peck
Yeah, you should think
with
about it.
these dirty COVID-ridden hands?
You
Like
have
you
no
got
idea
COVID
what's
on.
on
You
your
got
hands.
COVID, dick. Coronavirus. The fuck? Like what is going on? Wash your hands first. What you think, Tommy?
My
You
bad.
quiet, and
Yeah,
this is about your appendage.
I'm giving Mishi the ability to join now. Are you asking in regards to what you said or my expectations?
I mean both.
Um, I mean, I think cleanliness is a big thing regardless when it comes to what's the name. Because
But are you gonna wash your hands before you pee?
do I wash my hands before I pee?
Are you gonna before and after?
No.
You scared to answer.
No, I'm not scared to answer. I'm just thinking like, no.
Why not? You expect to stick that pecker into a lucky lady?
I
You're not gonna wash
mean,
your hands. You're gonna put bacteria all over it.
most of the time, if you want to be honest about it, never mind. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. Regardless, hygiene is always top notch. But as far as that, yeah, that's a lot. For it's and the worst part about it is, never mind. I'm not even gonna get deep into that.
You
So
dirty.
personally, my expectations.
You're a dirty dick.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I just expect open mindedness, communication, um, and the reason communication is so big for me is because I understand that everyone has do's and don'ts, things that they're not comfortable with, things that they may be comfortable with that nobody would expect them to be comfortable with. Um, so like as much as I hate to bring her up, my ex-wife really took me off of my vanilla shit. Anyway, and like that was one thing that we had to do. We had to communicate, find common ground. It was a lot of things that she was into that I had never tried or didn't think I would enjoy. And I guess that maybe, if what you say is true, that may be where the rigor thing came from. You know, handcuffs, tie-in, all that other stuff. Mishi, if you go into Discord at the top, it should be the option. It should be a chat room that says Real Heat, and you should be able to join in there. Um, but yeah, just finding out what someone likes. If this is just like a casual thing, you gotta understand that they may not always be willing to do what you're trying to do, and as someone that you're casually dealing with, you can't expect them to be open to the things that you want. But if this is somebody that you plan on spending time with, and it's gonna be more consistent thing, then the conversation may be had. You're a person who likes choking. They may not like choking people. You guys need to find some common ground. Um,
I
Slapping,
wouldn't mind checking it
handcuffs,
again.
swings.
Don't
Mm,
do it.
Choke them.
just stuff like that. Gotta be open to it. Other than that, like it's not really many expectations. Cleanliness, always. That shouldn't have to be spoken. That should be an unspoken thing. Cleanliness. Um,
Cleanliness is next to godliness. Isn't that what they say?
yeah, I guess. Where did that saying come from? Is that in the Bible or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I
I think
heard
it's
it
just a
somewhere.
thing.
Never
It's an
knew where.
illusion, but no one knows what it's alluding to.
Okay, okay.
Like, what is it from?
It sounds good.
But yeah.
Mm.
By the way, I want to go back because Rook thought he was gonna slide. He's gonna slide away. Where's this comment at? Did it scroll that far down already? Oh,
I
he
was
said his
trying to
his
look, but
expectations. He said, "Look, you need to break them walls down and blow backs
it's in the
out, tickle
hood.
ribs, and all that." Really, Rook? All that, Rook?
It's in the hood Bible. Nigalations.
Mishi, what you got going on, Mishi? Let me make sure you got the roll. You got the roll, right? Oh, there it is. My bad. I forgot to hit the save button. Okay, now you should have it. That's my fault. Now you should have it. That's my fault. I'm sorry. Um, that boy Rook crazy, man. Yo, I'm telling you, I can't wait for next week's episode. Yeah, I cannot wait. 'Cause I already know Rook is gonna be on one.
And I'm not even gonna watch. I'm gonna sit here and go to sleep. I'm not even going to tune in to Twitch. Be lucky if I watch a YouTube episode.
That's fine.
Fuck y'all.
That's fine.
Talking about, you should name it the He-Man Woman Haters Club. That's what the episode should be.
That should be.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Mishi, what's up, Mishi? While we are on the discussion of communication and stuff, let's have let's communicate very really about this. Do you guys feel like porn is negatively affecting people's outlook of sex?
For the youngsters, yes. For adult folk, nah.
Okay.
No. And
Why do
I
y'all say
say
that?
for the
I feel like because when you're young and when you're first trying something, like the best way, if I don't know how to do something, I'm gonna go to YouTube University. So if I don't know how to have sex yet, I'm gonna watch porn. And then if I'm like a young man, I'm gonna think that like violent, degrading fucking is like normal, like all the time type activity. Like, or you might just pick up on shit like you can't just start choking a bitch without consent, like if you never have that conversation. But depending on the type of porn you're watching, which the most popular porn is like,
sadistic and
yeah,
masochist
it's a
porn.
little fucked up. So, but as an adult, I feel like just because someone watches this type of porn, that doesn't mean like that's their fantasy in particular. Like, I feel like just watching porn is just not everyone's into it, but if you're into it,
As an adult, it's fun to watch porn because most of that shit is fake. The moans, the no girl is really entertaining that shit. Like their
what
acting
if you
skills
like
are
lesbian
phenomenal.
porn?
Let me tell you
Lesbian porn's
how
hot
much of
though.
a hypocrite you are right now. Because last
Why?
Pillow Talk, when I brought up, that's why I like amateur porn. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch that gritty shit. It's not real. I was like, it's realer than that fake shit y'all be watching.
I hate people.
But no, I didn't
literally only
finish my
watch
thought.
cartoons
We
or-
know it's fake, but they still be doing some interesting shit. Like maybe I could take that and adapt it and modify it and make it my own shit. Obviously, I don't know what they doing on there, but I can see I can make that twerk. That was the point I was getting at.
I rarely
It
watch
gives new ideas, new perspective. But as far as like a healthy sexual interaction, nah.
That boy Ruckus.
That and that's why I feel say it's bad for young people because they're looking for like how do I even navigate this interaction, this experience, especially if you're like a virgin or whatever, they're gonna see that and like, oh, that's kind of terrifying, but okay. Like it's just an unrealistic um representation of what should happen in sex because like even with a one night stand, it could be the most beautiful thing if it's communicated and whatever, right? Or it could be just downright raunchy, which is fine too. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't know. That's my take. I was rambling.
What's Tommy's take?
Yeah, what's Tommy's take? What do you think?
So, um, so I actually brought this up because I watched a recent episode of Horrible Decisions. And they had on Cinnamon Love, who's like not super old. Let me not say it like that, but she's like a very experienced
She was
porn
into
star.
porn before the internet.
Right. And she was
Yeah,
talking
loves
about
that
like
podcast.
other sites that she did do and that she didn't do. And one of them that she brought up was Ghetto Gaggers.
Ghetto gaggers.
What is that?
It's really fucked up.
What is that? Have y'all ever seen Brazilian fart fetish? We're gonna talk about it in a second.
What?
And we're gonna talk about. But tell me what I had it.
I didn't.
What a ghetto. What did you say? Ghetto what?
So Ghetto Gaggers, and it's funny because watching it, like the few times I have watched it, I was always very just like disturbed by it. But essentially, because
You watching ghetto gagger porn?
ma'am,
Why are you watching that? Hold on,
can
let me
I
Google
finish my
this.
story, please? Do
Yes,
not.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do not
After you
Google
listen
that.
to the episode, you gotta.
I'm about to Google.
It's not pretty. Make sure you put it on incognito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and mute
You
it.
do not
Mute
need
it, please.
that in your algorithm.
So essentially, what they would do is fly these girls out, get them full of food, bring them on the set, and they would do extremely
Like ghetto, like the ghetto.
rough things to get them to puke, basically.
But they would feed them and stuff them first, then try to get them to puke, and then in some instances, one of the most famous videos, they poured the bucket of puke over the girl's head.
Yeah.
And this is before.
Is this like 2 girls in 1 cup?
No, this is like abuse. 2 girls in 1 cup. This is that was their fucking thing, and they
it
were
was
really
very
good.
demeaning. I'll say that.
It's super demeaning, and it's usually Black or Latina girls.
Yeah.
And so, like they fly them out. They don't
This
even
girl is
go to
not
their
sucking
hotel
dick
yet.
that well.
What?
My nigga,
She's
like, it
watching
is
the
not
video.
even all that. I would show y'all, but we'd get banned.
We sure will. But yeah,
Like all
so
I see is a bunch of that's a dude.
that's why I brought this question
That's cute.
up because it like I said, I watched this episode and saw them speak on that, and I realized like, yeah, like I know that didn't affect me because I was so fortunate to see like some more normal things before I saw ghetto gaggers. But imagine if growing up and my first experience with sex or
Did not enjoy
seeing
that.
sex, I guess, was ghetto gaggers.
Mm-mm. That's
That
really
that that
unfortunate.
that could have been very
Unfortunate.
destructive to somebody's sexual
Why is he doing
Very damaging.
experiences. So that's
Yes.
why I asked, do
yeah.
you think sex is destructive to our outlook of sex?
Yeah, that's why
Well,
I don't
porn is
what
such a broad
I'm
spectrum.
not saying what y'all talking about, but I did just watch them like scoop the off her body with a spoon and make her eat it.
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
didn't gag or nothing.
Ah, mm.
That's no.
Yeah, yeah. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Like in the slightest. It's not pretty. Um, that's why honestly,
What's a weird body part y'all find like attractive?
I already told y'all the arms.
what's a weird
I
body
know.
part?
Yeah. Like something's not tits, ass, or vagina.
Yeah, besides the
Like
obvious
a
parts
non-sexual body part that turns
that
you
you
on.
find sexy.
The
For me, on men, it's thighs.
you said for men it's
Oh.
thighs?
I love a man with thick thighs.
No, that comes
Gotta put in that
from the
fucking
lamp,
power.
looking like
He
a
about to
pound
lay
of
it
cake
down.
from the lamp.
If my man got little ass legs, I'm upset.
Um
I'm not. I'm not feeling it.
And go to
I'm
the
a
gym.
big
All you
woman,
do is
and I need
arms.
you
Well,
to
we
be
just skip leg day every
little,
week.
thick, thick.
Fuck leg week or leg day. Leg
What?
day. Fuck leg day.
Why?
I know, right?
um for me it will probably be what's shit called
It's
the THAS, the thigh ass little thing where you sit down, that little crease, like right there, that little crease, that's probably what it is. I
What
like
crease
that.
are you talking
I
about?
don't know because I have no ass, so I don't know what
What
that
crease
looks
are you
like.
talking?
I
It's
think the
called
booty
the
crease.
it's yeah, no, it's like with a
Oh,
thigh
on
and the
the
hip.
front.
Yeah, with a thigh and the hip touch.
I don't got
Oh,
that
Yeah.
either because I'm shaped like a potato.
I'll shut up.
Mishi, what about you?
On,
What is your unusual
wait, my last one for women is like
body
their
part that you're
collarbone
attracted to?
area.
Collarbones are nice.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like collarbones, eyes. Eyes is a big one. But I feel like that's kind of a common thing for people,
Yeah.
they have like nice eyes. Um, yeah, I can't think of
Oh, teeth.
Teeth are a big one.
Oh,
teeth.
I
beautiful
feel
ass
like that's really
smiles.
common though. A lot of people are big on teeth.
Mm.
Most people are
Most
Yeah.
people are. Most people are.
in
What did
America.
Doja Cat say? I watched an interview with Doja Cat and they asked her this question and she said noses. Like big noses
It's because she
turns
wants
her
to
on.
ride
And she said
No.
she imagines writing their face and the nose hitting that right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that's why she said no. That's why she said no. I understand. Look, the minute you said nose, I already knew where she was going with that. Of course, I'm not gonna lie.
And she said, I
I
like
love
my dudes with
Doja.
big noses. Just give me the big Squidward man over there.
Yes, yes, Rook. She's definitely into beats. Um, so since we brought up all this stuff about communication earlier, how do you tell a sexual partner that they aren't good?
All comes with communication. I wouldn't phrase it like you're not good. I would be like, hey, there's some things I like sexually and I'd like us to try and blah blah blah. And then after that it's just look, I don't think we're sexually compatible. It's just I don't think you and I have the same idea of what
It
pleasure
depends on
is.
the terms of what this partner is. Like, is this like we met on the first night and we fucked? Is this a we talked for a month and then we fucked? Is this a
Friends with
how
benefits? Are we
long,
romantic?
how invested are we in each other? Because if this is a one night stand thing, I'm just leaving. I'm gonna bounce. I'm like, this
I'm
is not
ghosting.
it. This is not hitting. I'm done. And then if it's like one of those things where like if we're emotionally invested in each other, then I'm a really big people pleaser and I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'd probably find another reason to be like, you suck, I'm out. If I'm being honest. I'm not good at telling people
Bitch, did you bring your laptop?
bad things. Yes. I didn't know if I wanted to sit next to you.
She's literally like touching me. Like, yeah, stop. Sorry, Levi.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Have I ever had anybody who I did
Okay,
have
hold on.
one young lady. and God, I hate to tell this story because it's okay. So she was not good at giving the oral. Okay, she wasn't really good at it. So her whole thing was um like she wanted to do it, and we get a couple minutes in, I'd stop her. And I always played it off like, oh, well, let me eat in the eye. And I think eventually she got the hint, like, yo, why don't you ever let me finish? I was like, oh, well, I just trying to get to it, I guess. So
Would you ever just like tell her what to do?
see, no, because at the time
And
this
guidance
happened,
and communication. I was about to say that because it all comes with
Mhm.
at the
communication. Like, no, look
time
right
I was
there. Go
very
faster.
young
Go
and did not
slower.
understand the whole thing of communicating about what you like.
No, I really feel that. I really feel that.
So eventually, one
And
night while I
sometimes
was
even when you tell someone, they still suck.
that is true because I've
And
been
it's
there before.
really sad then it's like, you might as well go.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
She decided to wake me up with it, and it didn't wake me up. So eventually, she like shook me up. She was like, "Why aren't you waking up?" And I'm like, "What are you talking
Bitch, what are you talking about? That would make me mad.
about?" Oh,
my
when she
gosh.
finally told me what was happening, I don't know if it was a thing of like I was mad because she woke me up, or mad like I was half asleep. But I told her I was like, I didn't feel it. And so she got mad. She ran downstairs in the bathroom crying.
Well, you're a terrible person,
Not! I
apparently.
was half asleep. I was half asleep, yo. So I go downstairs behind him like, yo, I promise it's not that bad. It's
I've never
okay.
had that
Get it,
happen.
yeah. Needless to say, I don't think we talked much after that. In fact, I don't think we did
You ever
anything
try
else
to wake
after that.
someone up and you didn't?
Never.
Yeah, me
They
neither.
always wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Also, I have
was
a very big mouth
we both do.
and I have no gag reflex.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
we're just built different.
I'm built different. I'm built different. You
I,
seen that TikTok where he cracks the egg?
I honestly can say
That's get your baby's head out of
I
there.
guess when I got into a more healthier sexual space, I've never had to deal with anybody who didn't know like what they were doing. So I never had to like, oh, you're not good. Let I never had that issue.
I have.
Tommy
And
and fucking with them hoes.
I've experienced it over being young and with like growing up. Whereas when I was younger, like I could not fathom being like, "That's you're licking too hard." Like I couldn't imagine like saying something. But now,
Right?
like
I'm like,
as an adult, I'm like, "That's really soft." Like you know how you, I don't know, or you just lay there because you know what to do. Nah, I'm gonna right fuck at your face. Yeah. Don't make this fun.
what
Like
is it?
does.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Oh my god. So this
So,
one. You actually spoke about this one on the story for the Real Heat. So I'll go ahead and let you lead into this one.
yeah. So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with our stories. If you haven't, you're fake. Thank you for joining the stream. But damn, follow our Instagram shit. We be asking important questions, posting shit. I be showing my face, trying to give y'all face. Anyways, I asked a question. So, is it, I guess, gay or heterosexual if you enjoy sex from the same sex? And let me like you, and I'm not talking like, and then I said this in the stream, I'm not talking about in a romantic sense. I'm talking about like a primitive, primal thing. Like you go like to a sex party or you're in a threesome and you just happen to like it from both the man and the woman or whatever. Does that necessarily make you gay? But you're straight. Like you go for the
You're
opposite sex.
bi.
You prefer the opposite sex.
You're just bi.
But does that make you bi? But you can't see
Yeah.
yourself actually like actively going out. Like I'm gonna go to the bar. Like say I'm a man, I'm gonna go to the bar and pick up a man. I'm not gonna do that.
You're just saying this because it's primal. I don't want to
Like
marry.
is sex just sex?
I don't want to date a woman, but I'll fuck a woman that makes me bi.
Yeah, that means you're bisexual.
Does it though?
It's really primal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are
Women
you
are
sure?
beautiful.
Shout out Tommy.
Yes. It
Does
makes
it
you
though?
bisexual.
I'm gonna ask our other guests. What do you think?
I think I don't know. I was just like, well, what about the guys who like to get pegged? Like, does that make
I was.
them?
That's what
You
I was
know?
gonna say. I think the better question is it gay if you like to be touched, played with, licked, fingered, fucked in your ass by a woman? Because I personally think that does not make you gay because first of all, to be gay, it has to be the same sex with you. If your girlfriend has her finger up your ass, that's not gay. That's
Um,
You about to have
having
the
some
chat
sort of
bumping.
I
sexual
don't.
experience.
I
But
don't
I
think
agree
it's.
because I talked to a man for a little while, and you know we had great sexual experiences. But he liked the booty play, like he liked getting his booty ate, and he liked the whole getting fingered in the booty hole. Like if I'm sucking it or whatever, he liked the little finger in the booty
And
hole.
when you
Like that
speak to
shit
older
got.
men,
It used to make me, bruh.
when you speak to older men, they're all with it because the older you get, the more it makes sense. That's where your G spot is.
Um, I don't think it's gay per se. If if
It's
your
about a kink.
girl
A kink.
is doing it, it's not something I per se would like. But I
Yeah,
don't.
it doesn't have to be your
Yeah,
thing.
but
I mean,
I don't think it's gay if you ask your girl to do it. But it's not
I don't
something
think so either.
I would ever be cool with. But whatever
You don't
floats
have to
your.
say that. That's very young of you. We get it. You're young.
I'm not saying.
Thomas
That's
is
fine.
an old ass man. He
Look,
felt like the oldest in the
I will
street.
be young as hell. That is fine. I'm just saying
I feel
it's
like if
not
I
for me.
bully him and call him a grandpa every day.
It's not for me.
Grandpa, I'm not your daddy. I'm your grandpa.
Yo,
What
grandpa.
happens in your next sexual encounter? The girl you messing with, whatever, to be like, "Come here, grandpa."
Look at his face. Look at his face. He
Come
would not
jump
be
up in
down.
this,
He would be like,
grandpa. Like instead of calling you daddy, they called you grandpappy. Come here, pappy.
I would be, if I were you, I would be thinking to myself, like, do I look old? Staring at
Come
myself in the
here,
mirror, like, who
grandpa.
am I?
Put them whiskers down in my whiskers.
My grandpa.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. My bad.
Lean this way. You're not.
No.
Mm-hmm. So let's get to this anon box. Let's get to the
There's an
anonymous
anon
box.
back?
Yes, I want to
Okay.
know what's in there.
Before this episode, I only had 2, and it doesn't look like I had any more.
I've
Well,
got
let's
2 from
check them
Instagram as
out.
well.
Yeah, I seen the Instagram one. I'll let you read the Instagram ones.
2 of them. Now,
Oh, really? I only saw the one earlier. You go first.
So, when it comes to sex, how far is too far, and do you set a safe word ahead of time?
How far is too far? If I feel like I'm about to fucking die. Like, no, I'm about to die.
But
Like, legit.
I like that. That's
some females like being choked. So,
Edgy.
how do you know if they're about to die or if they're just enjoying
I
themselves?
mean, but this
I
is
mean, then
specific. Like,
you should have a safe word if you're doing that kind of actions.
it
You
shouldn't be
should
my
have a
windpipe anyway.
safe word.
Agreed.
Like if you're
I feel
doing
like
risky things like that or things that are beyond like that are more kinky or a little out of your comfort zone, you should have a safe word. if you're trying something new and then you find out you don't like it, you should set up a safe word.
I agree.
My safe word is kumquat.
I feel like you don't shut up. I feel like you don't have to establish a safe word because I think okay, stop should be a universe like that's pretty standard.
Or like the
And
standard
I
3
and
tap
I,
out.
I wholeheartedly
Tap
agree.
out.
But apparently that's like a thing,
I
a
mean,
kink or
Stop
something.
is too hard to say.
I think that if
I-
you're
Well, and
specifically
I
into
think
sex where saying the opposite of what you mean, like if you're gonna be screaming, "Oh my God, stop" the whole time you're fucking, then yes, I think a conversation needs to be had for everyone's safety because clearly like you're a little wild. So, but if you're just having like run of the mill, oh let's tie each other up, flogging or like I don't know, whatever you're into, ass play, like okay, stop with like the correct voice, like that I feel like everyone understands what that means.
Brooke
So
is
I feel like you're gonna be
hollering.
okay if you didn't establish pineapples before. Like I feel like it's not a good argument.
I think.
Got the
Go ahead. Go with your first one. What does yours say?
And Tommy, this is more of I guess a question for you. I don't think our girls can really speak on this.
Okay.
Anyone
It's not
else
true.
other than myself enjoy a good cream pie? I myself, I don't think I have ever like creamed.
No,
I've
cream pie
squirted,
is when
but
someone comes in your pussy.
Wow. Whoa. But I'm young. I don't think I've ever
oh, you know
creamed.
what? I think I knew
I don't
that. I
think
mean,
I've
I have
ever creamed.
obviously I have a child or two. According to my family, I have 27
I don't
children.
think I've ever
I've had
creamed.
two.
But I'm young. I don't think I've ever creamed.
I don't think I don't know. Like I don't know whatever. Cream pie, okay.
Oh
I
man.
mean, as a female, when they climax inside of you, it does that, and I think all females can attest to this. It does
I
this
don't think
like
I've ever
jump
creamed.
thing. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to hang up. But when a man, I guess, ejaculates inside of you, like it like
Ooh.
does this like pulse thing that I quite thoroughly enjoy. I don't know. What
Um,
about you?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That is the only thing sexually I miss about my wife, yo. The only thing sexually I miss about her. Because don't get me wrong, her pull-out game is immaculate. But I don't trust no one.
Yes, he has 2 kids.
I was tricked into the first one. The second one, I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. But, regardless, she's the only person I had kids with, and I had kids, at least the second one, when I was ready. Regardless though, there is nothing like not having to pull out.
So I just want to just
It's
gloat
an
a little
amazing
bit.
feeling.
Cream pies are an amazing feeling. Sometimes you just want to be like, just tell me, it's a whole thing. But I just want to point out that I have 0 children. There's you can take Plan Bs. You can wear protection. You
Plan
can
B's
take birth
cost
control.
$56.17. Don't ask me how I know that.
Huh?
Plan B's cost $56.17.
No, they don't
The
anymore.
store,
They're 30.
the 30s, like,
They're
not that I
30
would
now.
know. They're
They've
like
gone down.
36.
So yeah, I mean inflation now they went back up, but they were $30.
They were at one point like
Because they were 50,
29.99.
then they were 50 something, and then they
They
went to
were
30.
That was a running joke we always had in college that Plan B's was $56. Yeah.
huh?
That was a
So,
running joke.
A
but you said the
$60
price
net.
went down?
$56. Yep.
Either way,
It did go down.
still don't trust it. Still don't trust it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have kids, I wouldn't either.
Plan B dummy, real solid for a while.
Yeah, don't trust it. I will stick to the good old
And then I got pregnant with Levi.
methods I've been going with.
I took a Plan B with that. Well, I don't
But
think I
they
knew I was
are
pregnant.
fellas. They are an immaculate feeling. I'm not telling you to go out here and just shoot the club up. But if
I
you
got a new
ever,
one.
but if you are ever in the position to shoot up a club with no
That's right.
business anymore, do that motherfucker up. That's Lord.
Ask him what it is.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rick said, "Is that with tax or without?"
Brooke,
Oh my
Funny.
see,
god.
I voted for you to be on this week, man. There's no Tommy fake.
Look, no, because next week's episode, I was like, "Yo, I gotta get like some guys I know is gonna make this next episode pop."
Oh my god, Rook.
So yes, Rook will
It's
be
a good
on.
thing my
Look,
camera is not working.
the second anon that I got, and I actually just gotten a new one. I'm curious. I have not seen it, so y'all get to see a genuine reaction of me reading this shit. So another one I got, and it says, I actually enjoy watching two men, and I don't know if this is a typo, fraught, F-O-R-T-T. Is that a typo? I'm assuming like fuck. That's what it was meant to say. And that's fine. I mean, I personally myself don't enjoy watching two men, but I do know people who do. Like they'd be like, "Yo, that's hot. I just want to see him kiss him," and that just seems so hot to me. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you're into, I ain't going to shame it. But I did get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. It's actually a pretty popular kink, surprisingly. It's a pretty popular kink. Have you ever heard of that? Like someone they want to see like two men like kiss or fuck or whatever. And there's actually a whole thing in the anime community. What's it called? Yaoi? Yuri? Like
Yeah.
it's a whole yaoi. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like people write fan fiction with yaoi in it with like I read a Full Metal Alchemist one with Colonel Mustang
The
and
fan fiction
fucking
community is
See,
but I'm
wild.
not gonna lie, it was pretty hot and steamy reading it, but then it was like you remember like this is two dudes.
Frauding is a thing.
What is fraud?
Looks like it's rubbing two dicks together.
Okay,
Oh.
Danielle looked it up. It's rubbing two dicks. It's sword fighting. Okay, so they like to watch men sword fight. I ain't
Never heard of that.
Thomas. You ever sword fought? You sword
hell
fought?
no.
Sword fight. All right, let's look at this new one I got. But that's interesting. I learned something new. What fraught is?
Yeah, I heard a guy tell a story where he had a threesome with a chick and it was two dudes and I guess they both were in her pussy at the same time, but they felt each other's dicks. Like he said he could feel the other guy's dick. Like I don't know if one was in the ass, one was in the pussy. I don't
And
know.
does that make him gay?
He said that he wouldn't have preferred it, but he wasn't bothered by it.
And that's seeing that's enough. I guess that
Look,
ties into my
Isn't there a
question.
song like it's not gay if it's in a three-way or something like that? Is there like a Lonely
Well,
Island song that
there
talks
are a lot of things that a guy may overlook in the middle of the act. Like, I'm pretty sure in the middle of the act, he's not gonna say like, "Hey, man, I can feel your dick on the other side of that layer of skin." I don't like it, but I'm pretty sure if this is a discussion beforehand, like, so you're probably gonna feel my dick because you're in one hole, I'm in the other, but don't feel the type of way. I'm pretty sure it's like, no, I don't the fuck. I'm not gonna do that shit. There's a lot of things that we will bypass in the act. Just saying.
and y'all just showing me a video of frauding. Wow,
He's not
that's a
in
lot.
them, it's just two dicks.
They're just two dicks rubbing together, and he came off of that. That does
Yeah.
not seem.
It's like scissoring, but for men.
That does not look pleasurable. That looks
Oh my God.
painful, like
Looks like
rug
a
burn
guy.
or penis burn.
I feel like this is
What ever played that game with the rubber bands on your hands? That's what that
that's what
just
that
looked like.
Yeah, no.
That's what that.
really take
All
pump.
I'm
right,
good.
so
This is
I'm
a
good.
great
thank you
time.
for whoever
When
sent that in
anonymous
because I learned
person
something new.
sent that in, you just pointed something new out to me. This is like
on that.
scissoring but for men.
Yeah,
I'm
This is
good.
really
that's
great.
men scissoring.
This is so
Okay, so this new one, I want to do butt play, but I'm scared. I don't know, girl, boy, don't be scared. Because I mean, it's listen. First of all,
I'll be right back.
okay, here, take him. Wait, are you going to pee? Okay, so let me tell you something about butt play. My advice about that. So the first time you do it, please use lube. Do not do not go in without lube because it's gonna be painful. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna probably tear. That is just not a smart decision. Use some kind of lube, water-based lube. Water-based, okay? Listen, water-based, okay? Especially if you're a female. Water. Got to keep that because you know it's gonna seep down and get in your little your poom poom. So you don't want that to happen, and be oil
You
based.
don't want the oil in the poon poon.
Mhm.
So
Well, and
obviously, and this
especially
comes
if the person is using a
Do
condom, you
not
do not
want the
want to use.
oil in the poon poon.
because the
Okay.
condom would dry out, and that latex on straight booty hole. Look, and don't ask
Yeah.
me how I know, but it's uncomfortable.
Well, and
It's uncomfortable.
if it's a silicone-based lubricant, it will break down the condom. So if you ever are
That part.
using a condom, you always want to use water-based lubricant.
Yes.
Always, yes,
Always,
that
always,
part too.
always.
Sex
And if you're
law
using
number
toys,
one.
And using
if
toys, you want to
you're
use
using toys,
water-based.
water-based lubricant because it'll break down the silicone. I do know that for a fact.
Hmm.
Not that only
Um,
because the chick at Taboo told me, but
yeah, you'll want to use lubricant and like a little butt play doesn't hurt either to kind of
you know,
warm
have
that
a
area up because it
yes.
helps with yeah.
No, it does. It really does. And like, okay,
Helps relax
so
because
butt play and things like that
if
is
you're tense, it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be painful and not enjoyable. So you have to kind of warm into and that's with sex in general.
Yes.
I like I said, I work at a women's health clinic. We see lots of uh young people who have never had sex before, and the biggest thing is foreplay, because if you are tense and nervous and you aren't adequately ready, it's going to hurt and it could potentially I mean see patients all the time that have
mhm.
problems with sex because they can't because their first time was so traumatic uh
Yeah.
that they can't have sex at all that without it being extremely painful or yeah.
Yeah, no. And I was about to bring that up too. I'm so glad you did. That's why I said like, and this is where communication comes into play too. So I know the first time I did it, it was like a whole lot of communication. Go slower, be gentle.
Hmm.
And then once you get in the actual motion of things, it does start to feel good.
Be
Yes.
gentle.
And
Be
Yes.
gentle.
the whole like misconception of like for women your hymen will break and you bleed and that's normal for the first
No.
time you have sex. It's actually not. That just means it
Mm-mm.
was not adequate enough lubrication and foreplay. You weren't not relaxed enough. um so
That
you
part.
know then and like foreplay is such an important thing to like help women. Our minds can be in the mood, but sometimes
But
your
the
body
body
takes a
sometimes
minute to
does not.
catch up. And
Yes.
so, a little foreplay beforehand helps relax those pelvic muscles. And the natural lubricant of a woman starts to appear. And so
Natural.
it
Because once
just
that natural lubricant come in, that's waterfalls. It's slip and slide, baby.
yeah, just more enjoyable for everyone at that point. Sorry,
Yes, it's a
I'm
lot
very
more
passionate
enjoyable.
about women's health and working and living in the place I live. There is not enough of this education, and sex should be enjoyed. And when people have terrible experiences, like I said, we have women who basically have PTSD and aren't able to enjoy it.
And it comes for real, for real, the main component is one, lubricant, but two, communication. Don't be scared. If you comfortable with your partner and you trust your partner, I say go for it. It's a changing experience. Like it's I feel like an experience everyone should at least try once. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my take on it. So yeah, go ahead and try your butt stuff. Do it. And if you a guy, I still encourage you. Do it. Apparently that's where your G spot is.
Yep,
Tommy too scared to find out though.
the
Fine.
prostate.
I'll be scared the rest of my life.
So
That is okay.
Mhm.
I've been having
Stop it.
some great orgasms without having to go that far. I'm good.
But question, Tommy, for a guy, I guess what advice you would have, and that's because for guys, I mean, it's a tighter hole, and some guys be like, "Oh my God, it's rubbing against my dick, and it's uncomfortable." So I guess is it the same advice for a male's perspective, trying it for the first time with a woman or man?
I've only put my peen in the booty hole twice. Um, First time, I'm not gonna lie, uh, hated it. I it wasn't my thing. I just felt just yeah, it just wasn't my thing. The second time, um, I warmed up to it a bit more. I think because I had been dealing with the person longer and I was a little comfortable. Tried new things with the person. Well, I guess it wasn't new things we did it once, but um, it was better the second time, but it still isn't my thing. But a part of growing up is realizing that you know, if you're in a committed situation, um, you have to give and take. There has to be communication, openness, and willing to do things for your partner. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do things that you don't like or don't aren't comfortable with, because especially being coerced into it. Never be coerced into doing things you don't feel like doing, and if at any point you ever feel like you don't want to do anymore, just say so. Stop. That's it. Um, but yeah, being that the second time I was a little more um used to the person, it wasn't as bad, but like I said, it still wasn't something that I thoroughly enjoyed. The best way to explain it, how do I explain it without making it sound horrible? Because it wasn't horrible. It's weird. It's a different feeling. So it's always tight. I can say that. Like it always grips. I don't know how to say this without. It's weird. It always grips. Lots of lube. Always use plenty of lube. Use the lube, because the minute that the lube is not there in adequate amounts, it is no longer comfortable. And I know you can always apply it while you're doing it, but it's just like that can be you're muted.
And another thing on a
Yeah.
more anatomy lesson is that, you know, the vagina is naturally lubricated and the anus is not. So
Right.
that's why you have to use lots of lube. If you think you've used enough, put some more out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like
And
honestly,
I
I
was
would advise to just keep applying it throughout.
and
Like
I was saying, like the booty hole, in my experience, also works like the vagina. Like once it's stimulated and you're enjoying it, it will lubricate itself. But it does need help to get there, like, and not just a foreplay and rub on
what
it
does it
type help. Like it
lubricate itself
needs
with?
some actual water based lubricant type
What
of
does it
help.
lubricate itself with?
Mucus.
Yeah, I've heard of people coming in their butts.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Is
It's a
it the
weird
booty
thing.
juice?
It's an interesting feeling.
It's the booty juice.
It's mucus.
It's
It's the
the
same mucus
booty
that
juice.
comes out your vagina. It's just out your booty.
It's the booty
See,
juice.
this is that vanilla shit we talking about, Tommy.
That's fine. I'll be on that vanilla shit. I'll be on that. I'll be on that vanilla shit. Ah!
Hey, my thing, I was 80-something% vanilla. Like 80
Wow.
82%
Yeah, vanilla
vanilla.
is at the way bottom for me. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
vanilla was definitely vanilla
I feel like some of those
was
questions, I don't know if I can take the longer quiz or the shorter one. I feel like it took a while to get through. Some of those
Yes,
things are
you took the
like
short one.
wild.
yeah,
Like
You
yeah.
took the short one. Trust
I
me,
was
you took the
like,
short one.
I don't want to kink shame, but ooh, the
Look, listen, Hunty,
So,
keep your mind open because
I wish we had kind of gone a little bit more in depth on the test. Maybe we'll do that for the curtain call because we are running a little short on time. But there was one more question from the Instagram, and it was, how do you guys feel about a 2 guy, 1 girl threesome?
I open it. I feel like that would be the most like one of the most liberating experiences for a girl, or for not just a girl, but a woman. And a lot of people like that's a gangbang. It is not.
And it's not a train.
It's not a chain.
It's not a
It's
train.
not.
It's a
It's
gangbang
not
then.
a train.
Threesome.
It's a threesome. It's 3 people.
Gang is
Gangbang
like 4 or
is
more.
yeah.
That's
Like
a
that girl on
wait.
the couch with all the black guys around her. That's a gangbang.
That's a mandingo party. Ain't no party like a mandingo party. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do y'all consider a gangbang then?
We just
4 or
told you
more.
4 or more.
4 or more?
Like or I'll say 3 or more
And
because
I
2 guys is
consider
and a girl's a
I
threesome.
consider a train when it's like
One
One
in,
guy,
one
they
you're
out.
in
taking
there
turns.
fucking, yeah,
Yeah.
and then another dude comes in and fuck. That's a train.
A train
And
is
then a
nasty.
threesome is
That's
just 3
nasty.
people. A
Uh,
threesome is just 3 people.
yeah, a threesome, I agree. It's 3 people. A train, like you said, one in, they leave another one in. A gangbang, like I said, I think that's 3 or more. I think we can agree that's 3 or more.
No, we can't agree because threesome literally has the word the
No, I
meaning.
mean
Yeah, a
like
girl and
3
2 guys, that's
guys.
3.
more than
But when it's 3 guys and a girl,
Oh, yeah, it's 4 people. That's what we what?
that's what we're talking about.
I don't understand.
That's what we're talking about. I just explained it.
3 guys?
3
Yeah, 3
guys and a
guys, 1
girl.
girl.
So I
Why
had
would
a
anyone
friend who
want that?
actually had a threesome with, I don't know. I've actually met people that wouldn't mind that. Like, I just want to get sucked dick while getting fucked in my ass and my pussy, and one person come in my titty.
No, that's a
And I
real
was
brat.
like,
That's a real brat. That's a lot. You're asking a lot. I like the idea of like being worshipped, but I'm not trying to do so
I
much
was
work.
like, yeah, I do like the idea of that. But I don't know. But I met a girl and she told me it was probably like the most liberating experience of her life because it was just that. Like she had, she was sucking one dude's dick while the other one was eating her out, and then the dude she was sucking like was playing with her nipples and shit. And she was like, I never
So
came
much
so hard in my
arousal.
life. And she was like, it was so much interacting because you had the one dude playing with the kid while the other dude fucking, and the other one's kissing me, and she was like, it was just so much going on, and it was just amazing. Like it was a sensory overload, but in a good way. I was like, oh,
So, from the experience of a guy and 2 girls, because obviously I've never been in 2 guy girl one, but been in a guy 2 girl one. It is very liberating. It is sensory overload. It's just it's nice. It's nice. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it definitely
so I've been
it's a
as a
game
girl
changer.
guy one, but like, and that's where like my question comes into play. Because I mean, I guess I do. I'm not fully straight. I don't see myself ever having a romantic relationship with a woman, but like sexually,
You're still bisexual.
um,
Sexual. Did
I
I
don't
forget
know.
sex?
But no, I can't even say that because I could see myself romantically involved with a woman. I can't even say that. Because I mean, I don't go for gender or anything. Like I really just go for personality. So I really can't even say that. I do prefer a male, but males have been pissing me off. They all just are just proving that they're at the bottom of evolution at the moment. But I don't know. Like when I was in my threesome, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The man and the woman. It was amazing
Everyone has to
from
do
both
their
parts.
part. Everyone has to do their part.
So
And make sure a good time is had.
yeah, like it was a good ass time. Like it was a real good time. I'm not gonna lie. It was great.
Believe it.
And it was also liberating. Even though it was one of each sex, it was very liberating. Like it was just fun. Like I felt
Nisha,
very
have you
free
ever
and
had an
comfortable.
experience with any of these situations? 2 girls,
I
1
have
guy. 2
I
guy,
have
1
not.
girl.
I've been propositioned, but I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about it.
Tommy, she said one of her top thing was vanilla.
Okay. Well, look, I will say this to everybody. I feel like everybody should experience a threesome at least once.
I agree.
At least
Interesting.
once.
I mean, if that's just
My
not something you would into, like I can't, like I'm selfish. I don't think I can get it up with someone else in the room. I don't think I get it wet with someone else other than my main partner in the room. And I get it. Like some people, it's not for everybody, but
my
it is a fun
my
experience.
boyfriend's never been in a threesome, and so for my birthday we tried to set up a threesome. 1, because it'd be fun, and 2, because he'd never done it before.
But the girl backed out. She got
did.
chickened.
She backed out last minute. We were gonna wine and dine her and everything.
Yeah, they won't take her out. They won't treat her like a whole sugar baby. Unicorn for real.
Mm.
See,
Tragic.
look, she missed out on a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of tragic. I'm not gonna lie. With that being said, though, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you to everyone that came through. Like I said, we do pillow talk every season. This is our 4th time doing it, 2nd time doing it as the Real Heat. For those who don't know, we were formerly known as Anchor Talk. We have now transitioned to the name The Real Heat. It's our 2nd season. We do this every season, so of course you can expect this next season as well. With that
You know,
being
Pillow Talk near and dear to my heart, Tommy, because the first time I ever appeared on Anchor Talk, it was for a Pillow Talk episode on Valentine's Day, I believe.
was that Pillow Talk?
It got real raunchy. Yeah, it was.
I thought
2020,
I thought that was a relationship
21, 20.
episode. That wasn't a relationship
I
episode.
don't remember, but it got raunchy. I just know that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
But go
Actually, I
ahead.
have all the old episodes saved, so I can always go back and look them up. I got
But yes,
all the Anchor Talk episodes saved.
but like you say, Tommy, because I always steal it from you, it's time to wrap this up. Thank you to our subscribers and our viewers. We wouldn't be the Real Heat without you guys. I still don't know what to call you guys, but you guys. So thank you for coming and good night. Also hit the anon box. It's always open for all episodes, no matter what the topic. Just hit me. Like I just need to know what your thoughts on things are. Just do it. So goodbye. Good night.
Wait,
Deuces.
wait, Speedy Gonzalez.
Right.
Also, guys, in case you missed the memo, tonight will be the first time we do the cool down. Pretty much we'll be transitioning into the lounge area of the Real Heat Discord, and we will be essentially having the after party to the show. Appreciate that follow. After party goes down in 3 minutes. Damn. So yeah, if you are not in the Discord, go ahead and join that. It has recently dropped in the chat. In fact, there it is. Yeah. So click that link, join the Discord, and we'll be in there in 3 minutes. And if you missed this episode, missed any part of it, just want to go back and rewatch it. It'll be up on YouTube tomorrow. With that being said, peace, chicken grease, and all that other good shit. Later.